in Germany last week. So, football fans, the ball will be rolling again. The world keeps turning. Referee Michael Weiner, the man who will be turning 40 years of age in just a week's time on the 21st of March, gets this game on the road. It's Bayern Munich from right to left, in the red, of course, and the home team in blue and white from left to right. Lucio up front, that is Lukas Podolski, the man with the number 11, man that scored the opening 2 goals against Sporting in that 7-1 thrashing midweek. Certainly sent out warning signals to the other clubs in and around Europe. Bayern Munich are back again. So already the first injured player down on the pitch. We haven't even played a minute yet. There's Daniel van Boyten, the man they call the Belgian Bull. It's Azawag on the full weight of the challenge here. Certainly a heck of a difference in size between those two. 1m74 meets 6'5", 1m96. He's about twice as heavy as well. Daniel van Boyten, the Belgian international. It's a free kick for Bochum. Yeah, talking about the warning signals going out to the rest of the teams in Europe in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. It will be Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, Barcelona, Villarreal and FC Porto, who will be battling for Europe's biggest crown. I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of managers and team coaches out there who have seen Bayern Munich's performance against Sporting. Now we've got the next player on the pitch, that is Miroslav Klose. Here the bench with Uli Hoeneß. Next to him, of course, the head coach himself, Jürgen Klinsmann. Miroslav Klose, a very important man for Bayern this season. 23 goals, by the way, in 41 appearances in all games, including the German national team. He's the man that got the 6-1 against Sporting. I think against the team from Portugal in the Champions League, everyone had a go. Disastrous performance for the team that is currently 3rd in the Superliga in Portugal. They were dismantled completely. I don't know if you managed to see that game. This is Daniel van Boyten. Not looking very confident there. Goalkeeper Michael Rensing, the 24-year-old. He was covering it all the way, but Van Boyten gave his opponent a little bit too much room. Something we'll have to watch, especially when that man comes around, the man from Slovakia, Stanislav Šestak. Zé Roberto, the Brazilian. They've offered him a 1-year contract. He's 34 years of age now. Will be turning 35 at the beginning of July. But he wants a 2-year contract. And believe you me, the way he's playing at the moment, Zé Roberto, he's got a new leash of life. As far as I know, up until yesterday, they still just offered him a 1-year contract, but he might just get those 2 years. One of the best players in a red shirt in this current campaign. Away by Demichelis. Interesting to see that Martin Demichelis is playing just in front of the back four today. course, Lucio, one of the most constant Bundesliga defenders, the Brazil captain as well. So the chance, I think I heard a whistle there, but obviously from the crowd, that was Miroslav Klose. Here the head coach, the Swiss head coach from Bochum, Mr. Marcel Koller, the 48-year-old. Been here now since 2005. Has slowly but surely been building a team around Bochum. At the moment, things not really going their way. Currently 14th in the table. Just 22 points. But recently, they have been improving. They've lost just one of the last 6 games now, Bochum. Which in actual fact is a lot better than Bayern. If you take a look at the table since the restart, then Bochum are up there, currently position number 4, whereas Bayern are down on 8th. If you had a table, a fictitious table, of course, as it is, after the restart. So, Lucas Podolski gets his crossover. Bit of room maybe here for Bastian Schweinsteiger. Mark van Bommel comes through. He was stopped by Dabrowski and Imhoff. Christian Lell, the man is playing for Massimo Oddo on the right wing today. Here the offside position, at least 2 players offside. Well seen by the referee's assistant. So Bayern Munich, as I mentioned before, all level together with Hoffenheim, with Wolfsburg and Hamburg before yesterday's games. Don't forget that yesterday Wolfsburg and Schalke played in Wolfsburg. And, well, they certainly need all 3 points today, Bochum. It's going to be a hard job against Bayern Munich, the defending champions and the cup winners of last season. Goalkeeper Daniel Marcio Fernandes, Canadian-born Portuguese. Podolski did well to shield the ball off. This is Zé Roberto. Got 3 players around him straight away. Lell. Van Bommel reacted too slowly. And this has given Epale the chance to show his skills. Martin Demichelis, the man from Argentina, the 28-year-old, comes into the rescue. So this is pretty much the same team that took on Sporting Lisbon midweek in that 7-1 victory. Just the only change is that Ottel has been replaced by Martin Demichelis. Otherwise, it's exactly the same team that played against Sporting. As far as Bochum are concerned, well, they do have their problems. Lost a complete central defence. That was Epale coming forward, down again. We're going to have a right old battle, those two. Martin Demichelis and the man from Cameroon, Joel Epale. Yeah, the injury worries. Maltritz, Yahia and Mavrai is suspended. So that was a complete central defence, if you will. The centre-halves, the centre-backs, all out. Then they've lost Klimovitz as well. He's still not fit. And Schröder. More about that later. This is an opportunity that was a little lackadaisical, perhaps, from the Bayern defence, but Bochum couldn't capitalise on that situation. All scraped away. Daniel van Buiten. Bad pass from him. Brought back in from Christian Fuchs. go, the Japanese international as well. Oh no, he's out with flu, in bed watching this one on the television. So 3 centre-halves out, and some of the interesting midfielders as well. So it's been a real shuffle around here for Marcel Koller today. The referee signalising that Šesták came up with a boot against Lukas Podolski. Michaelis. Lel. So certainly on paper, taking a look at the players on the pitch, this is basically no competition. But having said that, football has never worked that way, has it? Christian Fuchs in a tangle with Bastian Schweinsteiger. German international, the 24-year-old, maybe a little overzealous. Free kick then for Bochum. That is Christian Fuchs, the 22-year-old. The left-back here today, the Austrian international, had 4 World Cup qualifiers for the Austrians. An interesting player. Zeriberto, well, I think he did that deliberately, you know, let it slip through. But Miroslav Klose either wasn't anticipating it, or it was a mistake by Zeriberto, one or the other. Epale. Ah, the whistle's gone. So there was a hand in there, signalised by the referee, Mr. Michael Weiner. Let's have a look from this angle. Yeah, a lot of arm involved in that one. Correct decision. Van Bommel. Zeriberto now down the right wing. There's Lel overlapping. He's got Podolski alongside of him, but it's Bochum with Epale. Give it away straight to Van Bommel. Lucio. Zeriberto. Van Bommel. Podolski. Zeriberto. The best of passes we've seen this season from Bastian Schweinsteiger. Away by Ferzel. That was Concha, who was fouled by Schweinsteiger, who may be asking for a booking. He's just told Mark Ferzel, I'm the man that dishes out the yellow cards, mate. And he might be doing it as well. That's the second time. One more and you're getting one. And I have to agree. The referee has to stamp his authority. Take a look again. The ball's already gone. He goes straight into the man, making quite sure that Ferzel was going nowhere, the Frenchman. So Bochum looking sharp here, exceedingly sharp, and this could be it, and a fine save by Rensing. Well, that was almost the chance again by skipper Dubrovsky. Certainly Bayern Munich caught off guard, and quite possibly on 13 minutes that should have been the opener. We'll get the replay later for you. This is Bayern now with Demichelis. Klose. Zeriberto down the right. Demichelis. Philipp Lahm. Well, tries to sidestep his opponent. Matthias Concha. Headed by Fabian. Van Bommel. Lucy goes down right. Sorry, Lahm goes down right in front of the eyes of the referee. Šesták was originally, or the original idea was to go for the ball. There's the man that got in the way of this huge opportunity. Just how dangerous the man is, Krzysztof Dąbrowski. That's the leading goal scorer, and he's a midfielder as well. The 30-year-old skipper from Bochum almost making it 1-0. That's the biggest chance of the game so far after the almost first 15 minutes. Rensing did a fine job. Very highly rated goalkeeper. Man that was for so many years, if you will, in the shadow of the great King Khan, as he was called. Still just tender age of 24. He's still ripening as a goalkeeper, but certainly he's got an awful lot of quality. So Schweinsteiger coming through. Matthias Concha this time, the man from Sweden, with the foul. Concha, the 28-year-old Swede who had knee problems, just coming back into the squad. That was Fernandes. He did well. Demichelis. Flick from Zé Roberto. Lel, the delivery into the danger zone, but not a good one. Lucia not happy, and Krzysztof Dąbrowski watches it go out all the way. Offside position anyway. Well seen by the linesman. Lucio, the Brazilian captain, the 30-year-old, 22nd appearance in this current campaign for him. As I mentioned before, just about every game always seems to put in a decent performance. Now that was a almost chance. Lucas Podolski found some room down the left wing. He couldn't throw the ball back to him. There he is again. Schweinsteiger's back heel. Daniel Imhoff. Fuchs. Pace, Christian Fuchs. That was Azawag. This is Epale. Concha. Azawag. Collect some applause from some of the supporters. The idea was there. Just the foot in the wrong place at the wrong time. Marcel Koller, the 48-year-old man that had his time at Cologne as well. Before that at Grasshopper Zurich. Here is Uli Hoeneß next to Jürgen Klinsmann. Uli Hoeneß, the man with the glasses, of course, the ex-German international player and ex-Bayern player as well. At the moment, he is the sporting manager. And at the moment, Bochum defending as Schweinsteiger can't believe that the ball went underneath his boots. That was a good pass from Zé Roberto. Straight over the line of blue and white. And if Schweinsteiger had connected here, then that could have been problems for Fernandes. By now with Philipp Lahm. Concha with him. Schweinsteiger. Zé Roberto. Poldi. And the chance. A little dilly-dallied. Miroslav Klose couldn't quite get it on the end of his toe. So to complete my sentence that I started before with Uli Hoeneß, at the end of this season, he will be laying down his job as the sporting manager and taking over another very important one as the president himself of Bayern Munich. Something that the Kaiser has been doing for so many years. Franz Beckenbauer will be concentrating on his FIFA job at the moment. 19 minutes gone. Still no goal scored in this game. The beginning of March, beginning of this month, we had a 0-0 away from home for Bayern Munich against Bremen. But then the week after, they started to wake up with a 5-1 victory against Hanover. Here's Roberto, stopped by Fuchs. One ball punch forward. Martin Missiel, the Pole up front, trying to find some kind of room, but he's not been given anything by Lel so far. Van Bommel. Fuchs. Miroslav Klose. That was Christian Lel, the right back, the 24-year-old who's playing today for Massimo Oddo. Looks as though it's going to be a difficult season for Oddo. And it came from Milan. They got an option to buy him as well, just days before the transfer window closed. Man, he came to replace Jensen, who went to Hamburg. Hasn't really been able to get into the first team on a regular basis. Lel, his 14th appearance today. Oddo's managed 15. So it's been a battle down that right wing. As right fullback, or wing-back if you will, between those two. Head away by Lucio. That's Zé Roberto. Takes it away from Imhoff. A lot of room for Schweinsteiger in the centre. This is Demichelis. Header from Zé Roberto. And again, the man always there to mop up the mess, Krzysztof Dabrowski. Fuchs. Mimoun Azouag. Well seen by Demichelis. Epalé. Schweinsteiger with him. Good decision. Matthias Concha couldn't quite get there. Man had his knee problems. Just returned to full fitness. 7th appearance today. Didn't play between day 3 and day 18, Matthias Concha. Due to that knee problem that he had. Lucio. Daniel van Buiten. Philip Lahm. Martin Demichelis. Again with Lucio. So the complete back four here. Christian Lel. Lahm. Biding the time, Bayern at the moment. Demichelis couldn't quite get there. Good work from Joel Epalé, stretching to the limit. Daniel van Buiten. I've seen no problems there for Christian Fuchs. Lel. Van Bommel. Well seen from the skipper. Philip Lahm gets his cross in the centre. It was Miroslav Klose, but good work from Fabian. Bayern, the team that have won their last 3 matches at Bochum's Revere Power Stadium. And Bochum have not been able to beat Bayern in 7 meetings between these two, with 5 losses. And as I mentioned before, on paper, certainly Bayern Munich, the team that everyone's expecting to claim all 3 points here today, particularly after the performances in the Champions League and also the last match day in the Bundesliga with that 5-1 win against Hanover. That was without Ribéry and without Tony. Change of wings from Philip Lahm. It's Christian Lell. Van Buiten. Lahm. Schweinsteiger. Starting to combine again. This is Klose. Again, in comes Dabrowski to mop up the mess and does a fine job too. Concha. Maybe a bit too high for Martin Michel. Marcel Koller, the head coach from Bochum. Always eager eyes from the coach watching from the sidelines. I'm pretty sure he knows as well that his team managed to beat Bayern over 5 years ago. That was the last time. And a three-pointer today would be of a great help in that battle at the bottom of the table, which is very close indeed as well. It's very similar to the top of the division at the moment in the Bundesliga. Just 5 points separating the bottom five. To which this team belongs, by the way. Currently fifth from the bottom, Bochum. A bit of creativity in midfield does seem to be missing at the moment from Bayern's game. You can't exactly say that they're feeling the strain of the Champions League. It was more like a gala day, field day. 7-1. Certainly for Bayern. It was a burial for Sporting. Well, Demichelis let it go. A little lucky. Chest from Zé Roberto. Guarded well by Fuchs. After the ping-pong headers, it's Fuchs again to Azawag. Epale. Azawag. Daniel Imhoff, the Canadian or Swiss Canadian. Concha. Van Bommel. Were to Philip Lahm. Lucas Podolski tries the 1-2 together with Van Bommel. It looks as though we've got Miroslav Klose hobbling rather badly here. And that, of course, will be bad news for Jurgen Klinsmann. Luca Toni injured at the moment. If he can't recover very quickly, then I don't think he's going to risk him. He needs him for the rest of the season. This is what happened. It was Daniel Imhoff coming in, and then the challenge with Patrick Fabian, the young 21-year-old. First start today for Patrick Fabian. As I mentioned before, just 26 minutes of Bundesliga football in his three appearances so far in his current campaign and in his career. And in that clash with Klose, so Miroslav Klose took a nasty knock on the right ankle. Demichelis. Lahm. Zé Roberto. Demichelis again, not a good pass from him. Well, Lucas Podolski tried to test his luck. Oh, and this is a great opportunity. Bastian Schweinsteiger, not offside. Contra with him. Way too long. Philipp Lahm into the centre. Schweinsteiger can't get there. And again, the ball comes back in, but the referee, Mr. Weiner, has given a foul for Bayern. Or against Bayern, sorry. Well, it looks as though Miroslav Klose really does have problems. We're going to have a substitution. There's no way that he can continue here today. So we've got, that's the problem. As I mentioned before, Luca Toni's out injured as well. We've got Thomas Müller, the 19-year-old, who may be coming on, and he is as well. No, it's Sousa. It's Sousa who's coming on. Well, a midfield come striker, if you will. Jose Ernesto Sousa from Argentina comes on for the injured Miroslav Klose after that clash that we saw just a few minutes back with Patrick Fabian. And that is looking like bad news indeed for Klose, which could be a big problem for Bayern as well if that right ankle is more damaged than the Bayern supporters are hoping. We shall find out. Lukas Podolski, by the way, the Lone Ranger up front now. He'll be leaving Bayern at the end of the season. He's going back to his old club, to Cologne, in a 10 million euro deal. It's the same price they paid for him. Going back home to his beloved part of the world in Germany. But certainly recently he's been on form, Podolski. So it's up to him now up front as this ball comes in. It's the Blues that still keep them at bay. The half-hearted attempt from Christian Lell. That's it! And who is it but Zé Roberto, the Brazilian we were talking about before, the man who wants a 2-year contract. They've offered him one. You know what? Give him 2. He's worth it. Zé Roberto, the Brazilian, comes in to score his goal number 4 and make it Bayern 1 and Bochum 0. Well, a smell of offside, but it was just onside. And as that work was done there by Daniel van Buiten, nobody was with Zé Roberto. Mark Fertzel couldn't get the ball away, and the goalkeeper, Daniel Marcial Fernandes, between the posts, no chance at all. Daniel van Buiten was about to strike, but Zé Roberto called out, "It's mine!" 32 gone, 1-0 Bayern. And Klinsmann, after being a little unsatisfied with Miroslav Klose coming off, at least can be happy he's got Zé Roberto in there. So Bochum will have to reply as quickly as possible. Lukas Podolski collects his yellow card. That's his first yellow card of the Carrick campaign as well. Normally a very fair player, Lukas Podolski. A lot of work now for this man's team, for Marcel Koller. Just having words here with Concha. That was Patrick Fabian. And then the high boots up against Azawag from Lukas Podolski. And I think he got the yellow card as well because of asking stupid questions like, why? What did I do? The camera saw it and we did too. It was a yellow, mate. And the chance! Blocked by Lucio. Bochum haven't given up yet. A quick reply. That could keep Bayern Munich's temperament down a little bit. They haven't lost a single game when they've taken the lead in this current campaign, by the way, Bayern Munich. It's going to be very difficult for Bochum again here today. So the referee doesn't like the challenge, the outstretched boots against Epaulet from Van Buiten. Free kick for Bochum. Good position. Michael Wensing knows he'll have to watch out. He's going to be taken by the Austrian international Christian Fuchs. Well, that was almost a clearance by the Polish international Marcin Misiel. I think he wanted to backhead it towards the goalkeeper. Wait for that replay again. It was a decent delivery by Fuchs. And a chance wasted by Bochum. Biting, scratching and fighting. Header from Van Buiten. Picked up by Podolski. Zeriberto, the goal scorer, throwing for the Reds. That's Mimoun Azawag, the German-Moroccan. 26 years of age. Azawag, a man who was plagued with injury worries in his young career. So far this season, touch wood, it's not been a bad season for him. The first time he's managed to play through. 23rd appearance for him today. Here Marcel Koller, not happy with the way things are going. Not having an awful lot of luck down this right-hand wing. Matthias Concha. A good throw underneath the ball from Demichelis, and this is again the chance. We couldn't quite get the shot on the ball. Mimoun Azawag. He was there, but he couldn't get the power or the direction. But again, Bochum causing a few problems for Bayern in the defence. And that will give the supporters some kind of hope. 37 minutes gone. This game is by no means over with yet. Azawag. Good control. Made Lel look silly. That is Epaulet. Not a bad ball either. Maybe a bit too much pace behind it. Here Daniel Van Buiten powers his boys on. He came into the rescue. Well, it was a good move from Azawag. Well anticipated by Epaulet. Throw in for Bochum. They were looking for that equaliser. Away by Lucio. It's still in the danger zone. Lucio again with a second header. Imhoff lost it for 1 second. Referee blows after the foul on Van Bommel. From skipper Dabrowski. That was Poldi. In case you think, who's Poldi? Yeah, it is. It's Lucas Podolski. That's his nickname here in Germany. So, Philipp Lahm. Van Bommel keeps his cool, keeps his calm. Lucio. Lahm. Van Buiten. Lucio. He's got Demichelis in front of him. The long ball forward was too close to Fuchs. Throw in Bayern. Lel. making some unnecessary mistakes in that part of the defence, and maybe a little lucky. That was Jose Ernesto Souza, who came flying in against Concha. Just the 8th appearance today, by the way, for Souza, and the 7th time off the bench. Definitely not a first-team regular anymore. Well, he never really has been. A 23-year-old from Argentina. He's got a chance to prove himself today, after poor old Miroslav Klose went off with that, as it looked, injured ankle. So again, another rugby-style tackle. Here, this time from Daniel van Buiten. Just 5 minutes to go in this first half. Certainly Bochum trying everything they possibly can to get that ball away from Bayern, but they are very confident at the moment, the Bayern Munich players, certainly after the last couple of results they've had. Not only that, they're leading by 1-0, so it makes it even more difficult for the home team. Bayern always the team that believes they will take the championship anyway before they start to play the first game. So, Michel. Foul on Christian Lell. Came in from behind, mistimed his jump completely. I don't think it was deliberate, but a foul it is all the same. It's Christian Lell, the 24-year-old homegrown talent. Had a spell at Cologne on loan, and then came back in 2006. Quite possibly that right-back position will be his. He's had some unusual games, though, as well, I saw at the beginning of the season. So, Bayern again, looking for the next goal. There is Mark Pferzel. Miroslav Klose, of course, missing up front now. The man that's in that kind of position is always great for a goal. Not only that, but he shields the ball off so well as well. A lot of people, I think, underestimate the qualities of Miroslav Klose. He's not just a man who likes to score. He's a great supplier. And he will be sadly missed up front. The man playing on his 50th appearance for Bayern, or was, Miroslav Klose. Let's see if we can find out any information for you at half-time. How injured that right ankle is. Zé Roberto. Daniel van Buiten, hopeful kick forward. Epale battling away. That was Demichelis, back from Souza. Schweinsteiger. Overlapping nicely, Christian Lell, if he can get his crossover. Van Bommel, the long ball back to Michael Rensing. He didn't play in that game, by the way, against Sporting. It was the chance for Hans-Jörg Butt to prove himself again, which he did. 34-year-old keeper, the number 2. Had a good game. I thought it was a decent gesture as well by Jürgen Klinsmann to give him that opportunity to play for Bayern Munich. Lahm overlapping. A minute to go. Well, this minute belonged to Bayern. They're keeping possession. Demichelis with a hopeful shot towards goal. That was never really going to go in. He's been having a very unusual affair the last few games, the Argentine international, Martin Demichelis. He was the weak link in defence. And I think if Frank Ribery had been fit enough to play today, then Zé Roberto would have been playing in that position where Demichelis is today, and he would have been on the bench. Started very well in the campaign. One of the most consistent defenders in the Bundesliga. And the last few games, he really has had some horrible mistakes, or made some horrible mistakes. So already into stoppage time. And that's it from Mr. Michael Weiner, the 141st appearance today in the Bundesliga with the whistle between his teeth. That's a goal score. So, football supporters, welcome back just before the start of the second half here at the Revere Power Stadium. Unbeaten in the last 4 games now, Bochum, but today against Bayern Munich, they are trailing by 1-0. The goal scorer on 32 minutes, scoring his 4th of the campaign, was the Brazilian Zé Roberto. Daniel van Buiten was in a great position to score as well, and obviously the call from Zé Roberto, quite possibly in German, a man that does speak decent German now these days, Zé Roberto, gave him the chance to get that left boot in, which he did. The ball past keeper Fernandes, and that was the 1-0. The big blow, of course, for Bayern Munich was losing Miroslav Klose. It was José Ernesto Sousa, the man from Argentina, who came on for him. And as far as we know, it is the ankle for Miroslav Klose that took either a knock. It's still debatable whether it was that tackle with Patrick Fabian or not. Apparently, it looked as though he carried on for a while and then later started hobbling. So he may have just twisted his ankle or something. We'll find out more for you later. But at the moment, no changes then to these two teams. Now Bayern Munich from left to right. There's Zé Roberto. Bochum last defeated Bayern, by the way, in February of 2004. That was a goal from Peter Madsen, who scored the crucial goal then at Bochum's Castropa Straße. There, Christian Fuchs, the 22-year-old Austrian international, not had a bad game so far. Man that came at the beginning of the season from Mattersburg, out of the Austrian First Division for 1.2 million. Van Bommel, back from Demichelis, long ball from Lucio. Concha didn't really get in the way. Lucas Podolski. Lahm. Christian Lell. Van Bommel. Sousa. Schweinsteiger. Being attacked by Azoag. Schweinsteiger again. Sousa up front, trying to get the better, and did, of Patrick Fabian. Nice touch, and that's a foul by Patrick Fabian, surely. Well, the referee said no, and maybe he's right. My first impressions were that Sousa was brought down. Van Buiten back to Rensing. Not had really anything to do in this game apart from that one decent save against the skipper Christoph Dabrowski. That was the best opportunity we've seen so far for Bochum in this game. But on a couple of occasions in the first half, Bayern wobbled a little at the back. And this game's not over with yet. This is Podolski in the centre. Sousa! and he goes down. Fertzel got the last touch, and it's a red, a straight red, the last man, and a penalty too. Surely it was inside the box. 47 minutes gone, and now Bochum reduced to 10 men. Marc Fertzel, the 27-year-old Frenchman, with the challenge on Souza. Here's the ball from Podolski. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, take a look again. He goes for the ball, takes his boot back again, and then Souza trips. That is, well, as far as I'm concerned, not a foul. Some people call it cleverly done. I reckon that was cheating from the man from Argentina. It's a penalty which Fernandes will have to save. Bayern Munich have the chance here with Podolski to make it 2-0. And they do. Oh, it's off the top of the crossbar! Lucas Podolski blows it. It looked like it was going in. Oh, it's wide. Completely wide. Well, he was nowhere near the target. Trying to be too clever there. He beaten the keeper, but was beaten himself by the post. Jurgen Klinsmann comes out of his dugout. Carry on, Lucas, just the same, regardless. Well, that won't do much for his ego. Lucas Podolski, a man that has been playing good football recently. Those two goals scored the opening goals in that 7-1 thrashing of Sporting in the Champions League. Did an awful lot for the ego, which is now taken a bit of a battering. So the golden opportunity for Bayern to increase the lead is gone. And there's another save from Fernandes. Again from Souza, who was involved. Might have been going towards goal. It looked as though it might have come off the post, but the keeper not taking any chances. And quite rightly too. So the second half, a lively affair. The first 45 minutes were a bit tacky at times. And coming up to the 50th minute, here we got the corner now for Bayern Munich. Epale just about gets in the way of Demichelis. Demichelis, Lucio is there. So the referee involved again. Joel Epale, the man from Cameroon. Souza, again, the man on the receiving end. Now, if that had happened inside the box, it would have been a penalty. I'm not quite sure about the penalty that was given before. Maybe justice has been done when Lucas Podolski put his penalty wide of that left-hand upright. I thought, my personal opinion was that Souza went down. I'm pretty sure that Marc Fertzel, the Frenchman, pulled his leg back, and then Souza deliberately stood on his boot and then dug his toe into the ground. Maybe difficult for the referee, but that's why he's got a linesman as well. He doesn't have the slow motion, of course. Anyway, it's all gone, and it's still 1-0. Zé Roberto. Souza, he's not going to get there. That was already over the line. It looks as though Souza is willing there. Already willing to prove himself today, which he certainly has to do. He hasn't been getting into the starting lineup. The last game he played was on day 13 as a sub in Gladbach. Came on in the second half against Sporting. Otherwise, 7 times off the bench, the 8th appearance here today. Comes off the back of the legs. A little unfortunate there. Bastian Schweinsteiger off the back heel of his boots. Well, the last time these two met, it was in Bayern on day 7, and that was an incredible game. 3-3. Goals on that day from Sinan, Dabrowski and Grote after they were trailing by 3-1 in Bayern. Came back and scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes at Bochum. Now they're at home. They're trailing just by 1 goal. Anything can happen. At the moment, Daniel van Buiten playing the safe side. Rensing not quite sure what to do. Maybe put under a little unnecessary pressure by Van Buiten. Demichelis. Terrible pass. Fuchs. Michel. Dabrowski. Imhoff. Sorry. Fabian. Ten men against mighty Bayern. They've got to do something, and they're coming forward. Van Bommel. Another disastrous pass out of midfield, this time from the skipper. Fuchs. Lell with him. Throw in for Bochum. Azawag. Shot blocked by Zeroberto. Fuchs. Good work from Azawag. Too many red shirts for him. Zoza goes down yet again. Patrick Fabian has been asking for his card, and that is the his first in the Bundesliga. He's had 4 yellow cards in the reserves. Once again, Souza on the receiving end. Patrick Fabian, the 21-year-old man that's been at the club here in Bochum since he was 13 years of age. And up until today, just 26 minutes played in the Bundesliga. Has been thrown in at the deep end, as I mentioned before the start of the game. After all these injury worries that they have, and the suspension of Mavrai. Van Buiten, man that used to be a striker. The big defender in his early days in Belgium used to be a striker, and it does show at times. Lell back to keeper Rensing. Again, another unusual clearance. That's something that Bayern goalkeepers have always had a problem with. With all due respect to Oliver Kahn, he was a fantastic goalkeeper, but he was never a footballer either. Lucio and Epale. Fuchs and Zeroberto. Well, Fuchs was fighting, biting and scratching there. Lell maybe a little lucky to get away with that, not conceding a foul. Zeroberto brought it out of the danger zone, and Bayern now back in control. With Philipp Lahm. A bad effort, looking for Lukas Podolski. Pretty sure that missed penalty is still going through his head. Reliving it every second. 57 minutes, still 1-0. It's a narrow margin. Azawag, Lell with him. Fabian Azawag. Good ball Again, well seen by Bayern's defence. There with Lucia. Rensing this time managed to get his clearance out without it going over the sideline. Ipale stopped by Demichelis. Outside of the boot pass that comes off the back of Lukas Podolski. Here's Dubrovsky. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Well, the arm coming up to the ball, that looks as though it could be deliberate. Zorza. Two Argentine players working it out together. Podolski. Schweinsteiger. Van Bommel. Is he going to go for goal? Well, that was nothing really. It wasn't a shot, it wasn't a cross. A shake of the head, he knows. Even Klinsmann laughing there. But it's still not a laughing matter at the moment because Bayern really do need all 3 points if they want to take the championship this season, and you have to beat teams, with no disrespect meant, teams like Bochum. Next game for Bayern by the best in the world without a shadow of a doubt, and when he gets into that kind of position, watch out if you are an opponent. Philipp Lahm scores goal number 3 to put the smile back on the face again of head coach Jürgen Klinsmann. Bayern 2, Bochum 0. Not offside. Schweinsteiger's delivery. Dubrovsky's in there, but nobody can stop him. The goalkeeper Fernandez got a touch, but it runs underneath. That'll come in from that kind of angle. So as we're watching the replay, the game has restarted. 2-0 for Bayern. And it's looking a lot more comfortable now than it was before. The 10 men of Bochum having their problems now. Demichelis down the sidelines. A couple of players warming up for Bochum. They've got to do something. That was the attempt from Zosa to thread the ball through. Fuchs. There he is, the goal scorer, Philipp Lahm. Just Bayern Munich's 4th goal, by the way, for Philipp Lahm. His 6th in his career. Man, it used to play at Stuttgart as well. Last time he scored was on day 12 against Hoffenheim. Today against Bochum, puts his team 2-0 up. Very important goal. So that will keep the pressure at the top of the table. Out to the team that still are table toppers and will be, even if Bayern win here today. They had 46 points before the games, and they are playing today Leverkusen. Difficult game for Hertha. Demichelis, good work from Van Boyten. Lucio. So finally, Bayern Munich can't score goals without them coming from set pieces. Quite amazing. 6 of the last 7 goals have resulted from set pieces. Here's the man open up the scoring, and it looks like it's going to be number 3. Whoa! Fernandez somehow scrapes his hand up there, and Souza surely, together with Podolski, should have got goal number 3. Excellent ball, not offside from Zé Roberto. And then Sousa can't get there first. The keeper off his knee and then his left hand, otherwise he would have run through to Podolski. And now we're going to have the substitution. Marcin Misiel, non-existent really in this game. Might have played for the first time in this season today. Not the season, this since the restart in this year. Has been replaced by Vahid Hashemian. Zé Roberto, Sousa, Lel, Sousa, and he had his opportunity to make it 3-0. Next corner for Bayern. It's coming into the 65th minute. This is the danger time as far as Bochum are concerned. They'll have to watch out. Came off Dubrovsky. There's the new man Hashemian, who is a striker helping out in defence, away by Fabian with nobody there. Vahid Hashemian, the man from Iran who used to play for Bayern Munich. Went to Bayern in 2004 from Bochum. Then went to Hanover in the 2005-2006 season, and then back to Bochum at the beginning of this season on a free. But whether he is the hopeful on the pitch today for Bochum, that's a debatable question. Hasn't scored a single goal in his 10 appearances so far. And he's a striker, not a defender. Demichelis, Sousa, again the two Argentines. Working down the right this time. Not a bad pass. Bit of room for Podolski. Lam, Zé Roberto. Great control. He looks oh so easy. Or makes it look easy. Lucas Podolski. Well, he was almost stood still, but there was a lot of venom in that shot from the German international, Lucas Podolski. Just seems to let that left leg fly as the keeper Fernandes flew to try and stop it. It wasn't that far away. The Bayern supporters celebrating. They know 2-0 normally. They should never let that one slip away from them. Mark van Bommel got a bit of a knock on the back of his head. And quite a lot of a knock from Hashemian, the man they used to call the helicopter. In German, the Hubschrauber. That's a lovely name, isn't it? Helicopter, because he seemed to hover in the air. But that was going back some time when he was playing for Bochum. And the first time he played for them, an excellent player. And since then, well, the Blues managed to just about to keep the ball out of the danger zone. Concha, Schweinsteiger. Yeah, and just to emphasise that statement I made before about Vahid Hashemian, is he the young hopeful on the pitch here today? I don't think he is. The last time he scored a goal was on the 1st of September 2007 against this team, his old and new club Bochum. That was with Hanover. Since then, he hasn't scored a Bundesliga goal at all. So if he knocks one in today, that will kill that statistic. 2 minutes to go before 70. 22 minutes on the clock remaining for the 10 men of Bochum to come back somehow, if they can. Lel. Azawag with him. And again, that's the man with a big mop. And that was Krzysztof Dąbrowski. Sorry, that was a Christian Fuchs this time. Fuchs. Oh, giveaway. Picked up by Van Bommel. He too messed it up. Van Buiten. Van Bommel. Lel. Souza. Lel again. Demichelis. Through from Van Bommel. Zé Roberto. Left a lot of room for Philipp Lahm. Schweinsteiger continues his run. Lahm. Lovely flick from Podolski, but in an offside position. Maybe not a lot in it, but certainly enough for the referee to take a look at his linesman, and the flag went up. There you are. Maybe you're 2 feet offside. Van Bommel comes in from behind. Joel Epale goes down. Free kick for Bochum. But the time is ticking away. 20 minutes remaining. And surely Bochum are not going to take anything away from Bayern now. Lucio's header, but the referee, Mr. Weiner, said he was penalised. Fouled by Hashemian. Lucio. Lel. Rensing getting better with his clearances. Lucio. Podolski. Lahm and Demichelis. Van Bommel. Van Buiten. Again, well seen by Podolski that Lahm had some room down the left wing. Demichelis, they're playing with Bochum now, trying to entice them out of their area, which is getting more difficult to defend with just 10 men. Podolski. Demichelis was the man he was searching for. Podolski again. Sheer determination gets him into the position, and this could be the chance. Schweinsteiger. Lahm. Again, Philipp Lahm. Well, Souza probably decided if he went down for a second time that the referee might not believe him. I still don't believe it was a foul. Oh, Demichelis comes in and nicks the ball away from Fuchs, who was completely flabbergasted, and then Souza puts his attempt wide, and that is one of the reasons why he hasn't been in the starting lineup, because that is a golden opportunity. Finishing power is not there. The man they call in Argentina, or used to call him, the Little Prince, the Argentine international. There's been nothing royal about him in his last 7 appearances where I've seen him. Today, not having a bad game. Don't take that away from him. So 73 gone. Offside position. Just about. So Dennis Grote is coming on. He's a left winger. And the man that's coming off is Stanislav Šestak, who, well, hasn't had a great game today either. So the Slovakian comes off, Grote comes on. Now, Grote can take over that position on the right-hand wing if he wants to. I think maybe Azawag will move right and Grote down the left, we shall see. Dennis Grote, the German under-21 international, on for Stanislav Šestak. This is Azawag. Azawag stopped by Lucio. Counter-attacking chance. Van Bommel. Very casual. Podolski. Souza. That is Grote with the number 19. To go for goal. Van Bommel out to the right for Demichelis, into the centre and out for the corner. Decent attempt though there by Martin Demichelis. A throw-in, sorry. Hashemian. Azawag. Concha was pulled by Philip Lahm. Here the linesman signalising. And you saw by the look on the face of Philip Lahm, he knew this yellow was coming. Call it a tactical foul, a word I don't like, but Concha was through. He got his shirt, down he comes. Yellow for Philip Lahm, and that is his second of the campaign. So a set piece for Bochum, and with 15 minutes to go, if they could score a goal now, even with 10 men on the pitch against the 11 of Bayern, it would give them something on which to hope for. And as you know, hope is something that rests eternal. Well, all the players seem to be having problems with the black armbands. But just in case you've joined us, they're all wearing after the horrible circumstances that happened in Germany, in that school north of Stuttgart last week. Azawag not happy. 77 on the clock. Zeriberto. Demichelis. Van Buiten now. Van Bommel. Van Buiten. That was a giveaway by the Belgian. Those kind of mistakes can cost, but they're not able to capitalise. Azawag's pass picked up nicely by Lucio. That is something that Lucio has learned over the years. He used to come forward, the defender, all the way. Now realising that he is a defender and should possibly go back, especially when you're leading by 2-0. Don't concede a goal now. Go back and do your job and let the other boys do theirs up front. Throw in Fuchs. Nice idea by Epele. Came off the legs of Lel. Throw in for Bochum. Lucio just holding the base of his spine. Obviously took a knock there. Well, you have that feeling, don't you, that Bayern Munich will increase this lead, quite possibly. Before the start of the game, I had a couple of friendly bets with my team colleagues. Well, I said it's going to be a 3-0 win for Bayern. I don't want to sound like a clever chappy, but it looks as though it might be going that way. Schweinsteiger. Well, way wide of the target, but why not have a go? He's the man that scored the 3-1 against Sporting. Not the greatest of goal scorers in his 22 appearances, including today. Just 3 goals knocked in, but it's the assists that make Bastian Schweinsteiger so important to this team. And certainly as he's getting a little older, he's still just 24 years of age, he's taking more responsibility as well. He's grown up a lot, Bastian Schweinsteiger. Here he is, the man on the ball, taking on Concha. Zoza. Lel. Lucio. Demichelis. Van Bommel. Of course, with more red shirts on the pitch than blue shirts now, it's a lot easier for Bayern to let that ball free flow. Having said that, that was a giveaway by Zoza. Epale. No way through, not through the middle of Van Bommel anyway. Zoza. Lahmann, Schweinsteiger. Podolski. All 3 German internationals. Schweinsteiger, clever efforts, but there was Krzysztof Dąbrowski and gets in the way again. Bochum are finding it increasingly difficult to find some room. Bayern are confident. The supporters already think 3 points are in the bag. And anything else other than a miracle will bring Bochum back into this game, I think, now. Fuchs. Quarter. And he's got the foul as well. The German under-21 international in the clinch with Christian Lel, sorry. And Zoza. th appearance and the 11th time off the bench for Dennis Grote. And a free kick now for Bochum, which will be taken by Epale. I thought Grote was going to take that one, but it's going to be Epale. Oh, wasted. Well, if you get the chance, you have to take it. Zeriberto finds Souza. Zeriberto. Demichelis. And again, too much room for Bayern. Bastian Schweinsteiger. The chip over. And out for the corner. A decent move by Bayern, but Bochum backing off their opponents. Gave them a bit too much room in midfield. It's the next corner for Bayern Munich. And who's there? Well, it was the header put out by Dąbrowski. As the rain still comes down relentlessly. Demichelis. Well, at least he's in midfield at the moment. Those kind of passes from Demichelis that we've seen, or just saw there, he was doing in his own half, in his own area recently, which resulted in a couple of goals on a couple of occasions. So, as you can imagine, the critics jumped on him straight away. Well, it seems to have lost concentration recently. Oh, a handball deliberate by Vahid Hashemian, the Iranian international. 41 caps he's had for the Iranians. Zoza dispossessed, but wins it back again. Only to find Grote now in a bit of room. Grote! That's like running into a brick wall. There was Lucio. Hashemian. Fuchs. No, they're letting it slip away from them. Patrick Fabian, the centre-half, trying to help out up front, but it's not working out. Maybe now. Hashemian with the pass. Now it was the continued run down the left wing that was brought rather abruptly to a halt. That will bring a yellow card. Christian Fuchs went down. Zé Roberto took him out. Yellow card deserved by Zé Roberto. That's his fourth of the campaign. So Joel Epole is coming off for Paul Fryer. Now, quite possibly, I think Paul Fryer should have come on a little earlier. That is my opinion, but I'm not the manager. My name's not Marcel Koller. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge in there, one of the big bosses of Bayern. And a mistake by Rensing. Yet again, Bochum not able to capitalise on the situation. Demichelis comes out. Again, another casual pass that arrives to one of his opponents. Lucio. Blam. Souza. Van Bommel. Just 4 minutes remaining now in this game, and Bayern quite happy to just keep it at 2-0. 3 points are 3 points. Not a brilliant performance by Bayern Munich, but it's not easy to come here to Bochum. Quite recently they have been playing well. A draw away from home last week for Bochum against Leverkusen. A 3-2 home win against Energie Cottbus in that relegation battle on the 28th of February. Before that, another 1-1 draw against Bielefeld. A 2-1 win against Schalke. Tremendous result for them. And the last loss was against Wolfsburg away from home on the 7th of February. But all is looking at the moment as if this 2-0 will remain 2-0 for Bayern. And that would give Bochum, well, a bit of a headache. Quite possibly they could slip down into the bottom three, depending on the other results. Cottbus are playing, though, away from home on Sunday against Hamburg. Let's face it, nobody really was expecting Bochum to beat Bayern anyway. That's no consolation for the Bochum supporters. Some great supporters as well they have. Today, those hopes that they had before the start of the game have been completely dampened. Not just by the weather, but by the 2 goals scored by Zé Roberto and from Philipp Lahm. Zoza, Demichelis. Hashemian. So Hashemian again. Stopped by Lucio. That's a decent challenge and a good tackle from Lucio. Gets the ball. So just a minute of normal time remaining now in this game. Dennis Gorta. Hopeful ball straight into the arms of Michael Renzing. Bochum had won their last 3 home matches as well, scoring at least 2 goals per game. Today they couldn't manage one, but with 10 men it was always going to be more difficult. So 1 minute of stoppage time will be added on. 20 seconds remaining of this first 90, and that has got to be it, and it is! It's in from Martin Demichelis for the 3-0 after the delivery from Lukas Podolski, and it's all over with. 1 minute of stoppage time will be added on, but, well, as far as Bochum are concerned, they can blow the final whistle now. Klinsmann with a smirk on his face, a 3-0, it's all over with. And that is the result that your commentator said before the start of the game. Like I said, I don't want to sound clever, but it was in the stars. It was there. Demichelis. Delivery from Lukas Podolski late. Puro Fernandes has no chance whatsoever. Not in an offside position. Fine strike. Demichelis scores his 3rd of the season. Bochum 0, Bayern 3. So the referee surely will blow the whistle now. There's just a few seconds remaining of that 1 minute he was going to add on anyway. And let's face it, what's the point? It's wet out there. Bring the boys back into the dry changing rooms. There it is. Referee Michael Weiner on his 14th appearance in this campaign. And as far as Jurgen Klinsmann is concerned, a very important 3 points that they were expecting anyway. Not a great performance by Bayern Munich, and still they managed to win by 3 goals to 0.